At some point, someone sold you a promise. Not loudly, not aggressively, just casually enough that it felt obvious. Get a good education, get a good job, get a good salary, and everything else will sort itself out. The strange thing is, almost everyone believes this. Even people who feel financially stressed still believe it, because the illusion doesn't fail immediately. It waits. A good salary doesn't collapse your life, it stabilizes it first. That's what makes it dangerous. Your bank balance grows, your lifestyle improves. Your stress seems manageable. From the outside, you look successful. From the inside, something subtle changes. Your margin for error begins to disappear. And most people don't notice until it's gone. This matters right now because more people than ever are earning what previous generations would call great money. And yet, financial anxiety is at record levels. Layoffs feel terrifying, savings feel insufficient, and one unexpected expense feels like a threat, not an inconvenience. That contradiction is not personal failure, it's design. Let's slow this down. A salary feels safe because it's predictable. Money arrives every month, bills get paid, life continues. But a salary is not ownership, it's permission. Permission to access money as long as you keep showing up, as long as you stay employable, as long as you stay useful. The moment any of those conditions break, the income stops. That's not stability, that's conditional flow. Early in your career, this doesn't feel risky. Your expenses are small, your life is flexible, you can adapt. Then your income grows, and something interesting happens. Your salary increases, but your freedom doesn't. It quietly trades places with obligation. Your rent scales up, your car payment appears, your subscriptions multiply, your insurance thickens, your lifestyle locks in. None of this feels reckless, it feels responsible. This is where the illusion deepens, because the system doesn't punish you for this behavior, it rewards you. Banks love salary people, not because they're wealthy, but because they're predictable. Your future labor is easy to model, so credit arrives. First a credit card, then a higher limit, then pre-approved loans, then a mortgage. You feel trusted, but what's actually happening is quieter. Your future income is being claimed in advance. You're not spending money, you're pre-spending time. Let's put some uncomfortable math on the table. A good salary sounds large in conversation, but after taxes, a significant portion disappears instantly. Then rent or EMI takes another chunk. Transportation, food, utilities, and insurance quietly finish the job. What's left looks like savings, but it's fragile savings. Miss one paycheck and the math starts screaming. Miss two and it panics. Miss three and your entire life structure is under threat. This is the irony no one talks about. Higher salaries often create less flexibility because your expenses aren't adjustable, they're contractual. You can't negotiate with rent emotionally. You can't pause EMIs because work is stressful. You can't tell a loan you need a break. This is why many high earners feel more trapped than low earners. They have more to lose, and they lose it faster. A good salary doesn't remove risk, it concentrates it. And it does something else that's even more subtle. It trains your brain to think in short cycles. You think in months, paydays, bonuses, annual raises. Your financial world becomes linear. Work, get paid, repeat.
What you don't think about is systems. You don't think about leverage. You don't think about compounding. You don't think about income that exists without your presence. Because the salary makes those questions feel optional. Until they aren't. Now contrast this with how wealth actually behaves. Wealth is quiet, unimpressive, and deeply boring in real time. Assets don't arrive on a schedule. They don't clap for you monthly. They don't announce themselves. They just grow. They don't care if you're tired. They don't care if you're sick. They don't care if you take a break. They work while you're distracted. A salary ages badly. Inflation erodes it every year. taxes scale automatically, and your time becomes more expensive to replace as you age. At 25, losing a job is stressful. At 40, it's destabilizing. At 55, it's terrifying. Same salary structure, completely different consequences. Yet culturally, we never update the advice. We still tell people to chase higher packages, not stronger balance sheets. We celebrate income, not resilience. We optimize for status, not survivability. And this is important. The problem is not earning well. Income matters. Money is useful. The illusion is believing income equals security. A good salary delays real financial thinking. It creates comfort without control, movement without direction. You feel like you're progressing while standing on a treadmill. Zoom out further, and this becomes systemic. Entire economies now rely on salaried confidence. Mortgages assume stable employment. Consumption assumes predictable income. Retirement assumes decades of uninterrupted work. But stability built on constant motion is fragile. It works until it doesn't. That's why layoffs feel shocking even when they're statistically normal. Why good jobs vanish overnight. Why people who did everything right still feel exposed. The illusion was never about money. It was about safety. A salary feels safe because it's consistent. But safety that depends on a single narrow channel isn't safety. It's dependency with a respectable label. Real security looks boring from the outside. Lower stress, lower lifestyle signaling, more optionality. The kind of life where income stopping doesn't immediately shrink your identity. So here's the question most people avoid asking. If your salary disappeared tomorrow, would your life collapse or simply pause? Because that difference has nothing to do with how smart you are or how hard you work. It has everything to do with whether your money system works with you or only works while you work. And once you see that distinction clearly, a good salary stops looking like a destination and starts looking like a starting point most people never move beyond.